Since now exams are right around the corner, so we need to revise all the chapters quickly. So here is revision of the chapter Coorg from Glimpses of India. Let's start it. Now for quick revision, you can also revise concept chart. This is letter of inquiry and Baker from Goa. From these videos, all the links they are given in the description box. Now let's start with Coorg. Line by line explanation of Coorg. So first, Coorg, it is coffee country and it is famous for its rainforests and for its spices. So Coorg जो है वो coffee, rainforest और spices के लिए मशहूर है. Now Coorg की location. Midway between Mysore and coastal town of Mangalore sits a piece of heaven. So author calls it a piece of heaven that must have drifted from kingdom of God. So author कहता है कि kingdom of God से एक छोटा सा piece जैसे हवा के झोंके के से अलग होके यहाँ पे आके बस गया है. So Coorg, it is a beautiful place just like paradise. This is also called as land of rolling hills. It is inhabited by proud race of martial men. Now martial का मतलब है heroic and courageous. So यहाँ के जो लोग हैं बहुत brave हैं, बहुत courageous हैं, beautiful women and wild creatures. It is also called, as I said, land of rolling hills. अब rolling hills इसे land of rolling hills क्यों कहा जाता है? Because it is surrounded by hills. There's continuous series of hills all around. So that is why it is land of rolling hills. Coorg or Kodagu. Coorg को Kodagu भी कहते हैं. It is the smallest district of Karnataka and it is home to evergreen rainforest, spices and coffee. So you can see hills surrounded by hills. Coorg is surrounded by hills. Now the next paragraph. This is on page number 90, so you can take your book also along with you and you can write the meanings and underline the important lines as I explain them. अब next paragraph जो है page 90 पे, evergreen rainforest cover 30% of this district. So Coorg में 30% जो है वो evergreen forest है. During the monsoon, it pours enough to keep many visitors away. अब जो monsoons है उसमें इतनी ज़्यादा बारिश होती है कि during monsoons nobody visits Coorg. The season of joy commences from September and continues till March. So season of joy मतलब pleasant season. Pleasant season कब से शुरू होता है? September से लेके वो March तक चलता है. और इस time the weather it is perfect. With some showers thrown for a good measure. Some showers thrown for a good measure. Good measure का यह मतलब है as a way of making something better. So जो ये pleasant और perfect weather है उसमें हल्की हल्की कभी कभी बारिश होती है और उसे और pleasant कर देती है. And air breathes of invigorating coffee. Invigorating का मतलब है refreshing. तो जैसे coffee जो है वो refresh कर देती है उसी तरह सारी कुर्ग की surrounding जो हवा है वहाँ पे refreshing coffee की खुशबू वो हमेशा रहती है. Coffee estates and colonial bungalows they stand tucked under tree canopies. So this is coffee estates and colonial bungalows. हर जगह तुम्हें ये देखने को मिल जाएंगे and they are situated in prime corners. Prime corners here means the best places in Coorg. Now the next page, 90 and 91. Now they are talking about the people of Coorg. The people of Coorg, उनका descendant क्या है? The fiercely independent people of Coorg. They are possibly of Greek or Arabic descent. So ये Greek या फिर Arabic descent जो है उधर से belong करते हैं. As one story goes, a part of Alexander's army moved south along the coast and settled here when return became impractical. So Alexander की army के कुछ जो लोग थे वो साउथ में इंडिया में साउथ पे कोस्ट की तरफ चले गए और वहां पे जाके सेटल हो गए. फिर वहां से जब वापस आना नामुमकिन हो गया, इट बिकेम इम्प्रैक्टिकल, इट वाजंट वायबल, इट बिकेम अनसुटेबल, तो वो लोग वहीं पे बस गए. So then these people married amongst the locals and their culture is apparent in the martial traditions, marriage and religious rites which are distinct from the Hindu mainstream. So वहीं पे जब वो बस गए तो obviously वहाँ के लोगों का कल्चर और इनका कल्चर जो है वो मिक्स हो गया. एंड इट इज एपरेंट. एपरेंट का मतलब है एविडेंट. अब ये हमें कहाँ से पता लगता है? फ्रॉम द traditions that they follow, because those traditions they are different from the Hindu mainstream traditions. The theory of Arab origin draws support from the long black coat with an embroidered waist belt worn by Kudawos, as you can see in this picture. So this dress, इस ड्रेस से, क्योंकि ये लोग जो है इस तरह की ड्रेस पहनते हैं, सो इस ड्रेस से हमें ये पता लगता है कि ये जो स्टोरी है अलेक्जेंडर की आर्मी और ग्रीक और अरेबिक डिसेंट वाली, दिस इज ट्रू बिकॉज दिस टाइप ऑफ ड्रेस इट वाज worn by Arabs and Kurds. So this, sorry, they draw support from the long black coat with an embroidered waist belt worn by Kudawus. Known as kufiya, it resembles the kufiya worn by Arabs and Kurds. So, जैसे मैंने बताया, so because this is similar to kufiya that is worn by Arabs and Kurds, so ये जो story है, it seems to be true. Now next, on page number 91, now they tell us about their tradition of hospitality, then their bravery, and then about the wildlife. So Kurgi homes, they have a tradition of hospitality. They are very hospitable people and they are more than willing to recount numerous tales of valor related to their sons and fathers. क्योंकि ये बहुत बहादुर लोग हैं तो इनके पास अपनी बहादुरी के बहुत से किस्से हैं. So ये बहुत खुशी से अपनी जो किस्से हैं बहादुरी के अपने सन्स के या फादर्स के, वो सबके साथ गेस्ट जो आते हैं उनके साथ शेयर करते हैं. The Coorg regiment, it is one of the most decorated in Indian Army. Sorry. Now decorated का यहाँ मतलब है most honored and respected, and someone who has been rewarded for something. So here rewarded for bravery. So कुर्ग रेजिमेंट जो इंडियन आर्मी में है वो बहुत ही ऑनर्ड रिस्पेक्टेबल एक रेजिमेंट है. And the first chief of Indian Army, General Kariyappa, was a Kurgi. So it is again a great achievement for Kurg people. Even now, Kudawus are the only people in India permitted to carry firearms without a license. Now this is a little strange thing because it is only the Kudawus who are allowed to carry firearms. Firearms means like pistol, shotgun, revolver, and these people, they do not need a license for that. Now the reason behind it is, the first reason is that they worship weapons and then they are very loyal and responsible people. The river Kaveri, now the writer is talking about the wildlife. The river Kaveri obtains its water from the hills and forests of Coorg. So Kaveri river जो है उसको पानी फॉरेस्ट और हिल्स से मिलता है, कुर्ग की फॉरेस्ट और हिल्स से. महासीर, so this is the large freshwater fish that abound in these water. So Mahasir actually is called tiger of Kaveri. You can see this big fish. Kingfishers dive to catch for their catch, and squirrels, as you can see, and langurs, they drop partially eaten fruit for the mischief of enjoying the splash and the ripple effect in clear water. And elephants, they enjoy being bathed and scrubbed in the river by their mahots. So these are the animals that are found in Coorg forest. Now on page number 91, they are talking about the adventurous sports. The most laid-back individuals become converts to the life of the high-energy adventure with river rafting, canoeing, rappelling, rock climbing, and mountain biking. So you can see adventure sports, they're very popular in Coorg, and most laid-back individuals here means the most lazy and relaxed individuals. Even the most lazy and relaxed individuals, when they reach Coorg, so they get converted into a full energy people because they also get involved in these adventurous sports. So they cannot control themselves. Birds, bees, butterflies, they are there to give you company. Macaws, Malabar squirrels, langurs, and slender loris keep a watchful eye. This is cylinder loris. So keep a watchful eye from a tree canopy. So what do you mean by tree canopy? This is tree canopy, a dense covering formed by the leafy tops of tall trees. So a dense covering. This is a shade-like thing. So that is called canopy. जैसे एक छत umbrella होती है, एक umbrella बन जाती है जैसे. So then again he says that I do, however, prefer to step aside for wild animals. So there are wild elephants. So the author says it's always better कि wild elephants जो उनसे दूर ही रहा जाए. So again he talks about the wildlife. Then he talks about three important things. One, he talks about Brahmgiri Hills. Then he talks about Nisargadamu, that is an island. And then he talks about Balakup. Now, what are these? So he says that ब्रह्मगिरी हिल्स, इफ यू क्लाइंब ब्रह्मगिरी हिल्स, बिल्कुल टॉप पे पहुंचने पे तुम्हें सारे कुर्ग का एक वाइड एंगल व्यू, पेनोरमिक व्यू मिल जाएगा. So wide angle view, you can see the entire Coorg, entire landscape of Coorg. And then he says a walk across the rope bridge leads you to 64-acre island of Nisargadamu. So these are the tourist spots that one should visit in Coorg. Then he says that running into Buddhist monks from India's largest Tibetan settlement at nearby Balakupe is again a bonus. So he says that Tibetan settlement जो है monks की largest Tibetan settlement वो बालाकुप में है और यहाँ पे घूमते हुए आपको बुद्धिस्ट मॉन्क्स जो है वो नजर आ जाएंगे एंड इट विल बी अ ट्रीट फॉर योर आई. सो ये जो मॉन्क्स है ये रेड ओकर और येलो रोब्स में होते हैं एंड इट इज वन ऑफ द मेनी सरप्राइजेस दैट you will discover here. So then he says that the visitors who are searching for heart and soul of India right here in Coorg. So those who are searching for heart and soul of India, they must visit Coorg. So he talks about all these things about Coorg and he creates an imagery. एक scene हमारे सामने जो है वो create हो जाता है. So this is about Coorg. These are the image credits and that's all for today. I hope that this whole chapter is clear to you. Now, next time we'll meet with another chapter and question answers from this chapter, Coorg. So till then, bye now and happy preparation.